Hi, welcome to The Witty Entrepreneur. I am Jennifer Bassman, also known as The Witty Entrepreneur. I am so glad that you are here today. Today I am airing my dirty laundry, and that is going to be fun. Today's the perfect day to do that, by the way. I had a rough couple of weeks these last few weeks. Nothing like crazy or horrible. It just is more like just every challenge that could possibly line up to be a challenge feels like they're just coming one right after another. And here go my dogs because the mailman just stopped by. So, here we go. You can kind of hear Herbie. That wasn't too bad, actually. Usually he goes on and on and on and on, and I got to turn around and look kind of mean. But we're not going to do that today. And to add to my technical challenges, I have actually decided to give another online streaming, or I don't know what you call them, live venture a try. Instead of using BeLive to broadcast my lives as I usually do each week, I'm trying a new service out, StreamYard. So you may have to, and I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out. In order for me to see your comments, I may have to, you may have to just log in or register with them. I'm not entirely sure how that all works yet. I'm getting there. But if you comment on Facebook, I should still see your comments, I believe. So we'll get there. We're going to learn. We're learning together. But in case you've never joined me before, I don't typically babble this much at the beginning. But I am a small business burnout master. And what exactly does that mean? I help other burned out small business owners work through and conquer their burnout so that they can run a business that fulfills them, and also one that calls to their strengths. It's super important that your business highlights and accentuates your strengths. I am a certified CliftonStrengths coach that helps you recognize what your strengths are. So, there's all the strengths coming in, and apply them so that you can lose your feelings of failure and get past your fear of failure and your feelings of overwhelm. See, you can tell this week's been kind of tricky. And today, I'm airing my dirty laundry, and I think that this is actually going to become a regular thing for me. Because one of the things that I have been thinking a lot about lately is that we don't talk about our bad days. We don't talk about our bad moods. We only really highlight the good stuff. And I know that social media plays into that somewhat. We only want to show the best of the best of the best of what we're doing and make our lives look perfect. And I know that you guys think that I'm perfect. I just wake up like this. But there's a lot of work that goes into all of this. But I feel like I need to start talking a little bit more about the realities of being a business owner, just a little bit deeper, and share some of the wins as well as a lot of the failures. And I'm doing that from a place of I'm starting a brand new business. This coaching business hasn't been around for that long. I mean, I've been coaching for people for several years now, but I haven't done it as a business. And I'm actually doing it as a digital entrepreneur rather than a brick and mortar entrepreneur. And there is a huge difference there. And the last few weeks for me personally have highlighted what those major, massive differences are. A lot of it's technical. I'm not a technically inclined person. It's right up there with math. Just not my thing. It's just not my thing. If the computer stops working, I'd just as soon throw it out and get a new one than figure out what's wrong with it. But, computers cost money, so we're fixing them. But that's kind of how my brain kind of works with technology, unfortunately. But these last couple of weeks have been, there's been a massive learning curve on a variety of levels. My website keeps shutting down. Not entirely sure what's going on with that. So I've had to hire a new website company to help me kind of figure out what's going on. And again, another technical thing, not my jam, but what I'm proud of myself for is at least getting myself to a point where I understand enough so that I can hire somebody else to do the work that I don't enjoy. Hopefully that makes sense. It was kind of like for my brick and mortar business. I understand accounting, I understand bookkeeping, but I really hate doing it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with the website. And I apologize if people have been going to my website and sometimes it's up and sometimes it's down, but in the next few weeks, you should see a bright, shiny new one up there because my book is also coming out and I've got to have that up and running for the book launch. So yeah, not great timing for a website to go down, but I guess I'd rather it go down now than the day that I tell everybody to go to my website for something, right? But and this morning I was laughing at myself because I put my yoga pants on backwards twice, not just once, twice. The last couple of mornings it's been harder and harder and harder to wake up, and I don't know if that's just like somebody was telling me that Mercury is in retrograde. I don't even understand what any of that stuff means. I know my sign is a Capricorn, and then that's about as far as I can tell you along those woo-woo paths. But if you want to educate me more on that, I would love to learn because I'm sure, yeah, that's what it is. It's the moon, the stars, something's not lining right, and it's all kind of, coming down right now. But yeah, what I did notice and what I am going to pat myself on the back for, though, is in my burnout days, the days when I was really, really severely burned out, this kind of stuff would have sent me into angry bouts and negative self-talk and, maybe a mix of resentment sprinkled in there somewhere. But what I've learned from my burnout days is that I need to surround myself with a support group. That's number one. And the other thing that I've learned is that shit's going to happen. It's just going to happen. And I can either roll with it and expend my energy getting pissed about it, or I can roll with it and just get it done, just get it fixed. And that's part of what we're talking about today. Is, you can tell I'm a little bit scatterbrained, is that learning from our failures and learning from our mistakes is super important. And not just learning, from ourselves, but learning from other people. See, here goes Ranger. Hey, Range, that's nice. But learning from other people when they make mistakes and when they fail. So that's why I think it's really important that we all start sharing this instead of being ashamed about it and leaving it back, hiding in our closet with the clothes we never wear anymore. Bring it out to the front, wear it front and center, wear it like a badge, wear it proudly. And it's so funny. I came across a long time ago a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. Learn from the mistakes of others. You can't live long enough to make them all yourself. And I love that. I can't live long enough to make them all myself. And I can't be the only one putting my yoga pants on backwards twice. I know there's got to be more of us out there. So join the club, my friend. Come a little bit closer. Let's hold hands and have some vodka punch or something together. But, sharing, I used to be afraid of sharing my losses and my failures and my less than stellar performances because I thought that it made me look dumb. I thought it made me look unprofessional. I thought that it made me look like I wasn't fit to be a business owner or that I wasn't capable of doing things. But my past, my mistakes, my failures, they've made me who I am today, but they don't define me. So there's a clear difference there. They contributed to who I am and made me a lot stronger and made me proud of myself because, you overcome your failures, you overcome your fears, and you move forward. And now I realize that I need to share these things because not only do I learn from other people's mistakes and their failures, but you're also learning from mine as well. And boy, have I made a lot of them. Especially, you'd think that you'd have it all together starting a business when you've done it 4 times already. Well, this is a different ballgame. This digital business is a much different ballgame than a brick and mortar business. And so I feel like I'm starting all over again, from the bleachers, kind of looking from afar going, what's everybody else doing? How is this working? How does this work? And what I learned from the first 4 or 5 businesses that I can't be afraid to ask questions. I can't be afraid to ask for help, because that's the crap that burned me out the first time. So yeah, learn from your mistakes and don't repeat them, especially if they're bad, like, burning yourself out. It's important to make sure that you're learning from them. And so that's why I'm highlighting in this one, that I've made some mistakes in the past, that I didn't listen to other people. I didn't ask for help. I didn't share my failures. I put on a bright, smiling, shiny face, like women are told to do all the time. Smile when things weren't okay. And really what I needed to do was tell people that things weren't okay, and that I was having trouble, and that I had some problems that I couldn't solve, or that another employee quit without giving any notice, or the business wasn't making enough money to make payroll. There just were things that were happening that I felt like I had to keep on the inside. In fact, I was advised at many points during my first businesses to keep that stuff to myself. And what I'm learning now, and what I've learned, is that that's about the worst thing that you can do as a business owner. So we'll keep talking about this, because, this does apply to everybody. And we've all been there, where we've really screwed something up and we're not sure how to get out of it, or we're having a really sucky day and we're just not moving forward with stuff. But this isn't going to be the longest Facebook Live ever. This is really just to show you I'm having a bad couple of days, couple of weeks face. It's a sober face. I haven't had my lemonade snockered punched yet, but it's been kind of tough lately, and not a lot of fun. It's more fun when things run smoothly, right? When everything just kind of falls into place. But I gotta say that if I didn't have my support group in place, and if I didn't come on and do these Facebook Lives, because even these Facebook Lives are supportive, I kind of see them as kind of a diary. So, hey, Melissa, I don't think you've watched before. Hey, girl. But they're kind of a diary. They're kind of a way to kind of jump on and say, this is what's happening right now. This is what I've been thinking about lately. This is what I'm going through. This is how I'm feeling. And I want to make sure that I share those things with you, and I'm perfectly honest. And I call it airing my dirty laundry, because that's kind of what it feels like. I feel like I'm letting you in on something that I wouldn't share outside of my business group, or I wouldn't typically admit to when somebody asks me how things are going. And I've also learned that when somebody asks me what I've been up to, if I've been really busy, I will just say stuff. And that's when I know a lot's been going on. But if I haven't been really busy, then I generally give a much longer answer than that. But yeah, there's been just, with the pandemic and with just pivoting into a brand new business, there's been a lot going on. There's a lot of emotions that go with it. For the first time in 20 years, I'm leaving the pet sitting business and the pet care businesses behind. And that is super stinking weird for me. I'm still taking care of pets. My pet care business is still open, but it's not my focus anymore. And it's been kind of crazy to not have that as a focus. So yeah, that's what's going on. I would love to hear what's going on with you. And if you can comment and let me know how things are going. And if this has been a super fun couple of weeks for you, you having any technical challenges, that would make me feel better to know that your websites are down, that you've had to hire new people. But it feels like a Monday every day lately, but we're going to get through this. My book's coming out in a couple weeks. Stop Being a Doormat is the title of the book. It's going to be out on Amazon. I will start peppering you guys with Facebook posts. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll put that up there as well. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel going. So there's all kinds of moving parts to all this. And I will also be asking for a book launch club. So if you want to be part of the book launch club, shoot me a line. Let me know. Shoot me a Facebook message. Comment on this post. Would love to hear from you. Talk to me about your challenges, folks. Otherwise, have a happy hump day.